Hi, I'm Professor Maria Ritzema. I'm a professor of history here at College of DuPage. This is my 5th year here, and I specialize in all of the Asia classes. So my area is South Asia, but I also teach classes on Japan, China, Asia in general, as well as Africa, and all of the world history classes. My dad was a big history buff, and so we all kind of became history buffs as well. But I still thought I would go into engineering like he did. And then I changed my mind, like many students do, and ended up getting a degree in video production, which was fun for a while, but then I felt my history calling me back, and I decided to go back to school to get my PhD in history. And I did it in South Asia because that's where my father-in-law is from, and I got very interested in his story and how he arrived here in the United States. And so I decided to focus on South Asian history as my main area. So even in my classes, if I can't take them to India, I'm definitely not just going to talk about India, I'm going to show them India. So first I'll just show photos that I took, but also I'll show them films from Bollywood or Tamil films from the South, just to give them a more deeper look, and they can be kind of immersed in that world due to the film. I also will assign novels or short stories from the area as well, so that they can read about how people think and what's important in their lives, just so it brings a little bit of that world here, and that they can get a little more understanding of India, even though we can't go there. They can still get some of it from the multimedia that I use in the classroom. Travel enhances learning in ways that are hard to be concrete about in some ways, because it's just how you open yourself to the place you're going, to the experiences you have. Sometimes it's going to be difficult. You're used to being understood in your language, no matter what you say and whom you talk to, and when you're in a different place, suddenly you're kind of like a child because you can't get people to understand you, and that can be frustrating. And sometimes you don't know where you're going and you get lost, but often when you get lost, you find some amazing experiences, you meet some amazing people. And so you just have to be able to be open to that and to just let yourself happen. Know that it's not going to be perfect, that everywhere you go isn't going to be exactly how you thought it was going to be, but I guarantee you, for the most part, it is going to be even better than you thought it would be. Well, I think it's both. In my area of South Asia, I love to visit. I love to visit India, I love to visit Sri Lanka. I've spent months in Sri Lanka doing dissertation research. I spent weeks in India more for fun. And I love it. The people are friendly, it's beautiful, the food is amazing. Actually, I just like to travel around the world, and I love to go to different places. So I've been to Africa on my honeymoon, India and Sri Lanka, of course, for my work and pleasure, Europe, Puerto Rico. So there are different reasons to go to different places, I think. And just depending on how I'm feeling that year, at that time, it kind of helps decide where I go, and sometimes finances as well. If there was one thing I could be for a day, what would it be? I don't know, because I've done a lot. As I said, my first degree was video production, so I worked in TV, that was fun. I pursued a degree in urban planning, didn't do much with that. Then I got to be a history professor, and that's what I love. But I could combine all of that, and I could do like a travel documentary on cities in South Asia, combining all of my loves, and be like a Lucy Worsley type or a Michael Wood. These are BBC presenters on BBC about these historical places. And so that way I could combine everything and then get to do it. And then maybe I do like a Bollywood number at the end to finish it off.